Welcome back to the Aluminum Falcon construction project. Thanks to Dave H. for the suggestion to put the new lights widthwise across the truck. I didn't think I'd have enough lighting or channel material, but it turns out that once I did the math, I did. Which is what happens when you try to make decisions late at night. So I've got this aluminum channel that's sized for the LED strip lighting. And what I'll be doing is I'll be putting 2 of them per 5-foot stretch. Of course, because they're 1 meter each, which is a little over 3 feet, they're not going to reach all the way from side to side. But I'm okay with a little gap. That's not a huge issue for me because it'll be up inside the shelving, and a little gap isn't going to kill me. I've decided to put them right up against the braces because these are actually screwed into the ceiling ribs, and this paneling that I've used for the ceiling is not known for being particularly robust or strong. As a matter of fact, if you look over here, I'm not sure you can see that because it's kind of dark up there, but you can see where this surface paint from the paneling peeled off. That's from blue painter's tape, because I put that up there when I was coating the sidewalls with tung oil, and when I pulled the tape off, it tore the surface of the paneling off. So I'm going to be very careful with that. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be, but I'm going to use 3M tape on the aluminum channel and put it right up against the where the panels are mounted to the aluminum roof ribs, which I think should prevent them from causing the paneling to sag, which it really hasn't yet. I've got a couple of spots that aren't supported that I need to fix, but that's beside the point. So let's start with preparing the surface. The thing I have learned over and over again about this 3M tape is that you do need to prepare to clean the surface properly, and I'll be using just some regular old isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel to just get any surface dust off, because Lord knows there's plenty of dust in here with all the sawing and cutting and drilling and traveling I've done so far. So let's get to work on that.
Patty, won't you drink some? Patty, won't you have some? Patty, won't you drink some good old cider? You be the gray horse, I'll be the rider, going to the still house to get some cider.
So these are actually not hard to install at all. Unfortunately, when I set this one up, I clamped the connector over the adhesive on the back, so I gotta fix that first. And by fix, I mean trim it off. Just the adhesive backing. I'm doing it with a very dull insulation knife. Need to change that blade soon. So I got up this morning because I'm getting close to the edge of my timeline, and I ordered Starlink, and I was expecting a couple of weeks wait time. Apparently it ships in 2 to 3 days, so I could conceivably have it by the end of the week. Oops, put this back where it belongs, which is kind of exciting. Just thinking about why I'm doing this, because I know that I'm never going to make this a career, but it's fun. It gives me an excuse to learn how to edit video, which is actually kind of one of the objectives. Oops, lost my hat. Because this thing is turning weird. Why is it turning weird? There we go. 1 o'clock. Hearing a whine from somewhere. The heat's currently off. I warmed it up in here earlier. Must be outside. Yep, it's outside. There we go. It's all set. Plug them in, test them, put the covers in place. And of course, mount the wiring conduit. Something I haven't done yet. All right, they're all plugged in. Let's see which ones work. Holy shit, that's a lot of light. Well, that was even all the way up. Here, get a load of this. It's a touch panel, so I can get very dim if I want to. Oh, it goes up in steps too. That is so awesome. Of course, I touch the top, goes to full brightness, and holy crap, that's bright. I gotta see what happens if I cut the AC. Well, it's still working. Where's my meter? Not sure I'm doing this right. Can we see the meter? Not from here. God knows there's plenty of light in here. So we're going to measure across the drop. Look at that. I'm still at 26 volts. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see how much that drops if I kill the power now. It's about a half volt drop. I mean, that's not bad. All right, time to put the covers on. This is interesting. I'm seeing a weird interference pattern, which is probably just the frequency of the LEDs. But let me walk all the way in front here. So as you can see, well, still can't see it. Let's do this. So I've got lights. Oops. So I have lights all the way from the front to the back, and they literally stretch the entire length of the vehicle, or the width of the vehicle. To do that, I used connectors, so I can in fact disconnect individual lights, and then I used a adhesive wire channel to walk it all the way back to here and back into this giant mess of wiring that I will eventually unscrew. Other things I've done, I've put in a second single socket down here for the hot water, connected to this cool 120 volt button right here. Don't know if you remember me showing you before. I was in kind of a hurry when I put the first set of lights in, and I did not do a very good job of managing the cabling. I cleaned up some of that. As you can see, I've got some conduit in here. You'll also see that it's not straight or symmetric. This is strictly an amateur. This is strictly an amateur production. That's how I am. That's why there's toilet paper behind me. Okay, there's toilet paper behind me because this is a camper. Next up is flooring. We'll be putting flooring in, and maybe starting tomorrow if I can figure out what exactly I want to do. I'm very happy with myself. I'm very satisfied. Oh, I forgot to show you the impromptu charging station. This hooks directly to the 24-volt system, so it doesn't require any conversion. It's all being done at the point of use. There's a USB socket and a USB-C. So, anyway. That was a really good morning. Really, really good morning.